Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to new episode. In this episode, we'll integrate billing in our application so that user can pay for subscription and can then view episodes or any series after getting subscribed to our website. Alright, so let's get started. First off, we'll be using Laravel Cashier so that it will be easier to integrate Stripe. So it is really great first party package offered by Laravel. So let's require it. Composer require into with terminal. So I've already installed to save some time, so wait for it to finish installing. After that it will publish some migration files so that you can migrate the table offered by Laravel Cashier. So let's go ahead and migrate using PHP artisan migrate. So once migration part is done, it will create two tables. Let me show in database. So it will create one table. It will alter some fields inside user. So here it will add, let me show you here. Okay, so it will add Stripe ID, card brand, last 4 digit, trial and set. So some fields like so, and it also adds subscription table, which is like this. All right, so migration part will do that. So once that is done, you can find information if you need to alter these migrations, default migration, and if you want to add some more fields to those default table, you can first generate the migration or publish it and then alter it and then migrate it. All right, so quite easy if you want to ignore migration. So all information available here. So next thing, we need to add this billable trait to our user model. All right, so let's go to user, and here we need to add this billable site by notifiable. Alright, so once that is added, you'll get access to several methods offered by Cashier, like create subscription, like these methods. You can directly call on user model because we have added this trait. So next step is to get the Stripe key and secret. So in .env file, let's create these two entries. .env, let's close terminal. So here you need to create these Stripe key and secret, and then put in your Stripe key and secret from your Stripe dashboard. So you can create free account here. You can get the test dashboard, and there will be all test data. So once you activate your account for production, you'll have production keys. So for testing, you'll get these test key under developer and APIs key. So once you go to dashboard.stripe after sign up, you'll get to these API keys, and then here, so this is a secret key. Let me show you this key, and secret one is once you do this reveal, then it will reveal the secret, and then you can specify here. Alright, so once keys are in place, next step is we'll create a subscription. So our workflow is going to be like a normal workflow. So first, user will sign up to our website like normal flow, like how we used to do. And once user sign up, we'll consider that user as role user. And after user is subscribed to some certain plan, we'll consider that user as a subscriber. So only subscriber can view these series. So that will be the idea behind our logic. So next step is to create subscription. So for that we need a page. We'll call that payment page. We'll direct user to that payment page whenever user try to access any series or course. So step 1, we'll create payment page. So here is information about how you can create and do certain things like so. So I will show you here. So after user clicks on any series, so looks like this series doesn't got any episodes. So if user clicks on episode or start series or try to visit, so basically we want to restrict the user to this page, this video page. Alright, so this video page will only be accessible by user with subscriber role. Okay, so now let's create the payment page. We'll create a controller, make controller payment. Okay, let's go to payment controller and let's create index page, or let's say it payment page, and we'll show the payment view. So return view payment, and we'll pass necessary data like so. Alright, so let's create this view payment inside views, resources, views, and payment.blade. So it looks like I have already created it. So let's copy and duplicate any of these files. So let's duplicate this file home.blade and rename it or save it as payment.blade. So I'll call it payment1. And here everything looks fine. Card body, you are logged in, and inside body we'll put form. So that form which we have to put, you'll get information about this here. So first thing, we need to pass this intent to the payment view. So let's do that. Let's go to payment controller and pass in that data intent. So user will be the authenticated user, and then intent will be getting passed to payment view. So payment 1. So payment I have created for test purpose before shooting this video, and in payment 1 we'll put the form like so. So we are using that intent variable and getting the client secret. So let's define the route and view how it looks. So route get payment, so it looks like this. So next step, we need to initialize this Stripe, and we need to put in the card element, which will Stripe will inject some fields like card and CVC number field in this div. So for that we need to put in this code over here inside payment. So by the way, I will just copy the code and explain it to you. So we need to put this Stripe at the top head, so which I have defined this yield this section in layout file, and similarly JS yielding JS here, and then so some CSS styling I put. I'll show you from where to get this styling, or I will put this code. You can copy these styles. So there is freedom, you can create your own style or use this or simple Bootstrap style. And next, so once we put the script Stripe, we included a Stripe through CDN. Next step is to create that Stripe elements to inject the form. So if we see right now, we cannot see, we only see this one field, but we need a field to enter the card information, right? So that we'll get from Stripe. So here, just below here, I will paste this code. So inside JS section, we'll inject this code. So we need to do this thing, windows.add event listener, and then, so if you just copy and paste this code, it won't work. All right. So what we need to do is we need to wrap that code over by this add event listener. So we need to load the page and then inject all this code. So we are just initializing Stripe by supplying our Stripe key, and then getting Stripe elements, and then getting the card element from Stripe, and then mounting that card element to this card element div, so that the card information can be entered. And next we are just grabbing those div, card holder name, card button, and then we are listening to that card button click event, so that when user hit on submit, then we are handling all the card information and checking if card is verified. So if card is okay, we are getting this setup intent.payment method. So this payment method, we need to pass it to backend to charge the customer or subscribe that customer to particular plan. All right. So this all code from here you can get exact these code. All right. So once that is done, let's check how our form looks now. Yeah, like so. So Stripe element inject this code over here. So what I will do is I will apply some Bootstrap styling. Alright, so behind the scene I have applied some Bootstrap class like form control to look this form a bit nicer, and updated it with pay button. So instead of pay, let's say subscribe. Okay, so once that is done, we need to pass this payment method to our backend so that we can subscribe. So first let's test if we are getting this setup intent.payment method. So handling success. So we are just console logging this, and let's refresh, open up console, and so card holder name, some random data like web tab. So card number, for testing purpose you can use this card number. You can get that from Stripe website as well. It is just 4242424242. So any date in future, and any random 3-digit number, and any random US zip code. So once we enter that information, let's subscribe. Yeah, so handling success, we are getting this payment method. So this ID we need to pass it to backend. So of course we'll pass it through AJAX request. So first let's create that subscribe method so that it will listen for that. So subscribe, so it will accept request. So we'll be sending post request to this endpoint, and we are getting payment. We'll get payment method from our request and payment method, and then we'll use this payment method to subscribe. So if you see in documentation, cashier documentation, under creating subscription, So first we need to grab user, and then we need to create new subscription like so. So user will be authenticated user. So we'll restrict this endpoint. We'll have to apply this auth middleware to these endpoint. So what I will do is I will apply from middleware, from constructor. So this middleware auth. Alright, so only authenticated user can visit this. So later on we'll define custom middleware to check for subscription as well, but for now it is fine. And actually no subscription, it is fine. We need to use auth because subscription will be checking that on video route. For this route, user don't need to be subscribed, just authenticated. User need to be authenticated. And so we'll create new subscription. We can call this method. Remember, we use billable trait, and this is the name of the subscription. So this can be any name. If your website got multiple subscription or any primary subscription, you can call it primary or main. So we'll leave main for now. So this is the main subscription, and this will be the plan ID or subscription plan ID. So this ID we need to get it from Stripe, and this payment method we are getting from here. All right, so what we need to do is we need to plan ID. So this plan ID we will get it from Stripe. So visit to dashboard, and under billing products, so you need to create new product from here. So it will be name of it can be name of your website or anything. I'll call it course. So these unit level, these are optional. So create product, and this will be the plan name. So any plan like monthly, yearly, monthly, and here you can specify ID. The ID which we specify here, let's call it webtematics monthly. So you can call it any ID or just leave it blank. Stripe will generate that ID for you. So this is the ID that you need to use here, plan ID. All right, so that is the idea. And you can specify currency, how much for this monthly. I'll call 9, and monthly, trial period, and add so you can add trial period if you allow any trial. So add pricing plan. So if you see, it created this course product with one pricing plan. So if you got multiple pricing plan like monthly, yearly, or lifetime, you can add more, like just we added. So you can call it yearly, or make any ID, webtematics yearly, and specify the unit like $100. So billing interval will be yearly, monthly, and add pricing plan. Alright, so this plan ID also will be getting from request. So plan, so user will select from form which plan he or she want to subscribe to, and then enter in card detail, and then we'll subscribe that user to that particular plan. So we'll return response. Alright, so here we'll create available plans, and those plans will be okay. So we these are the available plans that we just created on Stripe, and then we'll be passing these plan to our form. Okay, so now we can display these over here. Alright, so this is the plan select field. We just get all the plan, we loop through it, display the option. So key will be the plan key, like these stripe keys, and then we'll display this name like so, monthly and yearly. Alright. Okay, so once our form is ready, so let's do next step, which is we need to pass this payment method to this route, subscribe route, so that user can be successfully subscribed. So let's go back to our web PHP file, and we need to define that subscribe method as well, subscribe. So this will be the post route. Alright, so let's go to this payment.blade file and let's initiate that request. So axios.post, so we'll be posting that to subscribe route. So with these set of data, so first thing is payment method, which is this setup intent dot payment method, and second one is plan. Let's make sure we are using plan. So let's grab that plan from our form. So let's give it ID subscription plan, and inside our this script we'll grab that subscription plan and then grab that value. Alright, so this is the plan that we'll be passing to our backend. Okay, looks cool. So let's see if it's working. Let's subscribe. So we get success response. So let's go to our dashboard and refresh to see if there are any active subscription for WebDevMatics monthly. So you can go to products. Okay, go to products and then your product, and we have just subscribed the user to this monthly plan. Let's go to monthly and view any active subscription. Yeah, so we see this active subscription that we just created. So you can get all information about the subscription. Alright, so now we are successfully subscribing user to any plan. So now next step is to integrate this this middleware, so that only the subscribed user can visit video page. Alright, so for that we need to create a middleware. So let's go to terminal and make middleware. We'll call it check subscription. Alright, so let's go to check subscription. Okay, so here first thing we'll check if user is logged in, like if there is user. So if request got user. Alright, so here we are checking if user is not subscribed, so we will be checking defensive check. We'll do defensive check, like if user is not subscribed, we'll redirect user to payment page. So payment, that we just created. So if user is not subscribed, then we'll redirect to payment page. Otherwise, we'll just pass the user to next URL. Alright, so let's register this HTTP kernel. So we'll register another one called check subscription. Okay, so we are now checking if user is subscribed. Now let's apply this to our video URL. So which is this route, episode. So you know what, there is a little problem with our middleware. So we cannot apply just this check subscription, we need to apply auth as well. So what I will do is I will remove this logic. We'll just check if it is not subscribed. Alright, so otherwise it will just fail. Okay, so with that set, if we try to visit this URL, so first let's check if subscribe user can view this URL. Yeah, perfect, fine. And let's go back and let's try to visit that URL. So we are currently not logged in, so first we need to log in. Alright, so we are redirected back to payment page. So if you try to visit this page, it will redirect us to payment page. Alright, so once we are subscribed, so currently we are not redirecting back to the main page after subscription is done. Let's do that over here inside our, we'll call it success URL. There we go. Let's pass in message as well. Alright, so we are getting this success URL after subscription is success. Let's go back to our payment.delete, and here after success we are getting data. So hopefully we'll get this response.data. So data.data.success URL. So location.replace to this success URL. Okay. So now let's test. Okay, let's do it from start as well. For now, let's do it from start. We need to register other user. Let's go to, let's try to visit this episode page. So suppose a random user try to visit this episode page. So it is taking that to login page. So currently I think all users in our system are subscriber. Let's log in with this view admin. So this one is not subscriber. Let's log in with that user. So you can go from register as well. I don't want to waste your time. Password. Let's log in. It should take them to payment page. Yeah, works fine. Monthly, any random card name, 424242. So now let's open console. If there is any error, we'll see right away. Subscribe, confirm. Yeah, so it is taking us to the intended page. Okay. Alright, so this is the basic about how to do subscription and how to take the user to necessity page, how to restrict it. So if there is anything you don't understand or anything that you want to ask, you can get in touch with me from comment section, or you can join the Slack. User is in description. So if there is anything else that we need to add, we'll do it in next video. We might do some refinements, and we might add some more security. So yeah, for now this is it. I'll see you on next video. Bye.